So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, frequency.
¿Por qué están hablando de eso otra vez?
That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates.
Nice.
Where does it lead?
Very
To a
nice.
mountain to the northwest of this facility.
A ver si se está escuchando.
It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the
No me
source of
interesa
the
si puedo
transmission.
escuchar eso.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
Vámonos.
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
A subordinate
Good to
function.
know.
Yeah.
There she is.
Vamos.
You ready to head out?
Yup. Ah,
Let's go.
está
Look
bueno,
at
está
us.
pidiendo tiempo,
Three
caramba.
battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Tenés que ponerle agua ahí. Oh, mira.
Vermin.
Claro. Tipo.
What is that?
What the hell?
Le rompí en el escudo. ¿Ah?
Well, that takes the keg.
Es desastre.
Burl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's
What?
gone now.
Hello, Verbena.
Yeah.
What do you
Well, go
have
do
for
your
me?
thing.
I
I'll wait
checked
here.
everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
¿Qué más ellos quieren que yo vea? ¿Qué? Aquí no hay más nada. A la... Esto. Una rata, una rata.
Done looking around.
Almost. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Ok, habría detectada. Ok. Ah, para acá hay otra cosa.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here.
Ok.
I better get back to Erend. A rush of air.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she'd lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Ok.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain.
Wow.
It's recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
No, cariño, yo no quería que tú te tiraras. Y por ahí no hay nada. Bueno. ¿Y aquí atrás qué hay? No hay nada, vámonos.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Vámonos. A ver qué tenemos aquí.
This was a far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So, exploring another far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you
Por
can blow
ahora.
up.
Por ahora. ¿Qué por aquí? No, entra ya por ahí. A ver, por aquí atrás, da la vuelta. Aquí sí.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing.
Well, knowing far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
Aquí esto va a salir un jefe
So,
seguro.
how is
Wow.
Erend taking all
Gaia,
of
the
this?
Zeniths, the
Really?
Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Seguro que sí, que es leal. Seguro que sí.
A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out. This easy?
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Nothing.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number. You'd like to retrieve.
¿Qué era lo que yo estaba buscando entonces? Otra lista, ¿sabes?
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Prepárate para la batalla. ¿Cómo te pretendes que yo me prepare para la batalla?
Here it comes!
Débil contra estas dos cosas que yo no tengo.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
¡Sube!
Quick!
Shit. Uy, uy, uy. Espérate, pendejo. Oh, my God. ¿Dónde que yo estoy metido?
Now I need more.
Oh, come on. Fucking piece of shit.
Okay, better.
Vámonos, que aquí no podemos pelear. Ah, muévete, carajo. Shh. Hijo de la cebolla, quítate de en medio. Maldita mierdería nueva. Ah, bueno. Fuck up. Otra vez, maldita vaina, no joda.
That definitely helps.
Ah, maldita vaina. Dura más para levantarte.
I need more ammo.
Gente, manténte lejos de esa mierda. Y entonces...
Come on, Aloy. Fight the pain.
Esta porquería de arco.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Prensado de cristal. Vamos que. Ok, mira, ya habían vida. Oh no.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Resto. Ah, rompe.
Aloy!
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's gotta be pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Erend. Erend, I'm here.
Watch out! That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
It's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire.
You want a taste of this? That's the weak spot. Live long, kill your enemy. Aloy, get out of
I'm
there!
not giving up.
Aloy, for you! I'm waiting for you!
¿Qué es lo que pasa?
A heavy weapon. That could help.
¿Dónde está? Eso lo hacemos. Maquinista, a ver. Con... No.
Nice! I can use that!
Uy, espérate. ¿Y el arma? Yeah. Muévete.
You need some ammo?
Pensa. Ahí.
I'm empty.
Come on!
Coño.
Take this and take him down! Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid?
Ya. ¿Cómo la van a bajar?
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. Oh, this snow's coming down heavy. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Imagino que nos va a traer la vuelta automáticamente para la base.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on... Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but
I'm
trying. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those, I thought he'd eaten too many of those Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, granted, a lot of them are bad. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the sun. And now I do. Sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful.
It takes some time, but yeah. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about rods being used to harness light. Guy reminded me of a cousin of him. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do.
I guess.
Yeah, I thought he... Yeah, but I just...
Yeah. You would... What are you working on?
I'm still figuring out how... Those two lovebirds up, but to be honest, all the little symbols. But I'll get up to speed.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get... I don't know who makes him more nervous.
Well, what about the Vanguard?
I sent some of them back to Meridian. I doubt Avad will mind.
So?
He's, I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty.
You shouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Did you...
She didn't really wake up till we brought... I thought it'd be better if Zoe... No use crowding someone.
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. That's the only Carja I've ever met who's any... But it seemed like she had more pre...
I have to get
Don't go cop.
Aloy! Glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...?
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, they're gonna die.
Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well,
Ay,
it
pues
was
gana.
worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. Hey, Gaia. Me.
Welcome back.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. I guess...
As you said.
Ah, está bueno ya.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something.
Aloy,
Hey,
you mean after meeting someone who looks but isn't you? Guess this must be even stranger.
little.
Varl said she may be able to.
Maybe.
There is something I'd like. It's about the land gods.
You said you wanted...
I think there's a way to heal them. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. If we deliver it to the land gods...
That's great.
It may be. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus. Gaia showed me a way around. We need components called... machines similar to the...
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we've...
Yes. Gaia helped me locate...
So, kill the machines, then use them to adapt...
If all goes well. But...
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
I need to get...
May the land...
Oh, looks like I can open that door now.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
O sea, todo.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
Did you know there used to be a rainforest so big?
¿Y qué me importa a mí lo que ellos quieran?
Yeah. They burned it to the ground at some point.
Oh,
But they helped bring part of it back in Sobek's time.
that's good to hear. I wonder if it grew back after Zero Dawn. Well...
Vamos a poner Poseidón de una vez. Una misión secundaria ahí. Tengo esto. Vamos a poner Poseidón de una vez. No hay ahí. Sí.
This'll break my fall.
Lo que tengo aquí.
Definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I'll probably use my compass to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
Ahí está. Súper simple.
Find a use for you.
¿Dónde está el otro? Ajá, de ahí, pendeja, que cuando tú quieres que tú te enganches, no te engancha. No, no hay planta de vida aquí,
But my stash has room.
Mira, aquí hay. Ay, creí que el área se la estaba llevando.
This pigment would work well on armor.
Race isn't over yet.
Race? They definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed.
Bueno, de la mía, si tú crees que...
Focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
Sí, yo sé que tú dijiste eso, pero yo no tengo ganas de caerle atrás a ellos. Pluma de buitre.
Looks like that machine stores fluid in its tail. I don't know what it does with it.
Imagina, si ustedes vienen pandemia.
I'll gather these while I can.
Nice. No sabía que esa hoguera estaba ahí.
Pouch is full, but my pack has room.
No le salen tanto. A otro aquí.
Good glide in. That Oseram camp Talora and I were trying to find should be around here. Smoke. Could be from the camp. Maybe I should check it out. Some kind of Oseram camp? How'd they end up out here?
¿Dónde va?
Getting a signal for my focus. Are you lost? Excuse me?
Hold the... The name's Poor Guff Del. Expeditioners and...
What am I saving?
Death and despair, my... See, this grand expedition, not far from here, there's a passage of the old ones. Me and half the crew came through, but days later, only one man turned. Only thing we got out of him was that death and darkness chased them as the tunnel collapsed. Died with his eyes wide, he did.
I've been to the tunnel's eastern side. The way was blocked by rubble. There was also a body. One of your delvers, I guess, but no sign of the rest of the crew.
Keep your voice down, will you?
Keep your voice
They're
down.
refusing to press...
You lost half your crew and you're...
We gotta make their sacrifice worth something. And besides, now that you're here, help me get that tunnel real.
I'll see what I... For the crew trapped...
One in the same.
That it? Oh,
That it is? Oh, and while you're... The second crew was supposed to bring the... I'd hate to lose it to the wilds.
I'll bring it back.
I'd appreciate...
Feeling bold, there's a Tanakh outpost nearby.
Looks like we have company.
Oh, hi!
Be welcome, Outlander.
Oh. Pato. Esto sí me interesa mejorar, pero no tengo todavía.
Oh, the sweat, and I'm still not cooling off.
Hammerhead.
Shot passing by.
Ok, esto sí lo necesito. Tres.
Have I got news for you,
Rebels
Red?
pulled up at an outpost nearby need a beating, Huntress. See? Alvin said no one could clear out the machine, but she did.
Claro, yo le dijera que a mí me interesa. Cualquier cosa que ustedes tienen que decir mentiría. ¿Dónde va, honey? Espérate. Y no vamos para donde. Esto, para recuperar de metro, una de las. Espérate, ¿y esto? Poseidón. ¡Guau! ¿Por qué yo voy para acá? Era para acá. Claro, porque Poseidón todavía no... ah, no, espérate. Está más alta, no entiendo por qué. Nivel 24. $20,000. A ver, llego, pues está lejísimo todavía. Ah, este de metre. Ups. ¡Ah, hijo de la cebolla! Me tiene que estar jodiendo.
Time to follow up.
A lo que jode.
They're also on the hunt. Tawana and I were trying to find.
Uy, no lo vi. ¿Dónde ya le salió este? Ah, te lo tengo, pendejo.
Tarmac. If I override it, I can get data on the surrounding area.
Bueno. Ah, voy a joder ahí.
to get rid of their leader. Maybe then the rest will retreat. They've got riders on patrol. I need to be careful.
No guerra.
Will come in handy.
De ahí.
I lost sight of her! I've got her! Shoot! You might hit her!
Hit the mark!
You're on target! Here he comes!
Ahí está.
We've got to help them!
De ahí.
I can keep going.
tipo. Ah, que me está tirando.
Here! Keep shooting! She's in there! The ammo!
Still in this fight.
Yo ese. Yo ese. Pero ahí las pendejos que me estaba tirando vaina.
For Regala!
I've got a machine locked up below the tower. If I blow up the blaze in front of it, I can free it. Cause some trouble. They got a lot of firepower on that tower. Could be useful in a fight.
Coño, pero ahí. Ah, aquí están los lagartos. Ok, míralo aquí. Ah, bueno. No, estos pendejos.
That must be the leader of this outpost. They seem to have this.
She's running!
Ah, bueno, qué porquería.
This one's got some of those tags I keep finding. Tags from fallen soldiers. I should get these back to Duca.
Casi te matas a porquería. Acabó la cheche. Ah, mierda. Lo que tenían ellos ahí.
Let's see what I can do with this.
¿Verdad? Yo necesitaba un punto en supervivencia aquí. Voy a llevar más. Aquí.
Not worry about running out. This must be the ruins of Las Vegas. Poseidon shouldn't be far.
Dime nunca tanto. Hay dos lagartos, ya me falta uno. Ups. Hojita. ¿Dónde va? Ok, ya hay 11.
Gaia said this is where I'd find Poseidon, but the ruins out here are exposed to the elements. A lot of them are buried in the sand. So maybe Poseidon is underground. If that's true, I might be able to find a way down through one of these structures. Going down.
Tengo para abrirla ya. Rusta bloqueada, faltan herramientas. Vamos a buscar esto primero. Ah, desapareció.
save the extra stock for later.
Una gata, pero no hay nada. Te faltan herramientas. Eso quiere decir que tenemos que irnos de aquí.
I think I'm back in range of the vista point. I could try to find where the image was taken.
Lo que está haciendo. Mira. Está bueno el PC.
I'll shake it out as I go.
Bueno, de lo mío. Traicionó el camino.
Bet a Dyer would be interested in this.
¿Dónde carajo yo, weón? Y esta vaina, ¿por qué me...?
Good use of this. Careful not to let this stain my hands.
¿Te va a caer? Pero carajo. Pero ¿y por qué se cae la pendeja esta? Está diciendo que ya no puede subir ahí.
Some kind of drone. Is it watching over this area? Might have some useful data. But how to get up there?
Vamos a hacer después eso. ¿Qué es esto aquí? Mira lo que dejé ahí. Mira una aquí donde hay. ¿Qué es esto que hay aquí?
Stand strong. We'll come back anytime. So the machine's the rebels. Keep your blade bright.
Every battle brings surprises.
Don't.
Y el de salmón.
Pass by again. This is your chance. What about it?
Come back again.
You saved Carl. But how did he come to me?
May your blade be bright.
Is it true you saved Takara?
Tú sabes, cuando me ponga a hacer misiones principales voy a durar 3 días en eso.
Should I have a moment of your time? I mean...
No me interesa lo mío.
Can you fell regala? As the bulwark,
I do need the
Outlander.
trade, so I'm back.
Understood, sir.
The rebels will be
I heard you have some fresh ink.
today.
May the day bring victory.
Claim our honor, then we must do so in battle with Kamala.
Shamefully rude.
Wings holding up? I'm still getting a signal from my focus. Tarmac. If I override it, I can get data on this area.
Y que hay mucho de llenar ese pene, lo único malo que yo no puedo llevar más.
Trees as tall as towers. The stand of the sentinels.
Ahora con los animales aquí en este lugar.
Could try using acid ammo.
No sé lo que esa vaina ni me importa. Pero que haga así, ahí. Lo voy a dejar ahí.
Tallneck. If I override it, I can get data on the surrounding area.
Mañana terminamos este entonces. Y 1:17. Ok, tengan feliz noche, lo dejamos aquí.